New season, new font, new colour. Walking Dead back
Same old
here.
shite characters.
Yes, that's it. What lies ahead? And I'll tell you what lies ahead. Sophia. Sophia. Sophia.
We're gonna find that damn little girl.
Sophia. Yes, we have Rick kicking off the episode this season.
Let's be real, right? A fucking nonce would have put more effort into finding Sophia than Carol.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Anyway, right, spoiler alerts, right? You probably already know, but Sophia gets lost this episode. Or is lost the correct word? Kidnapped, shot, killed, murdered, bitten,
She gets bitten.
left behind by Rick. I mean, what's the abandoned?
I'd go with abandoned.
Shitest game plan of all time. Keep the sun on your right shoulder.
We've got to get to the game plan first, but we kick off the episode. Rick's letting Morgan know, alright guys, Atlanta's fallen.
I think this was basically their way of saying we're leaving Atlanta, we'll not be back
Until season 5, episode 3 or 4.
And what did we really get of Atlanta? I mean, let's be real. We got them in a building on a rooftop, and that's pretty much it. All right, well,
Running down an alley, and then they met the Fatos at some like back fucking alley place.
I know. I mean, we didn't really get to see much. See, hang it, but man, it's all see the entire Walking Dead. It's all like in the countryside and like obscure fucking locations.
Yeah, like there's not. It's all very bland in that regard. Like,
see, I thought that's why they were going to do Fear differently. I thought they were going to do Fear in a more populated place where you actually got to see more people, more walkers. You know, like a more city environment. Instead of this urban shit, but nah, Fear pretty much turns it to
like if you think of the amount of locations in the world, like I mean, why wasn't there like a bridge that was like 300 foot tall in this? And before you go over, Rick blew himself up my bridge. A bridge that was made out of fucking pish. Like, I'm talking about a proper bridge, you know what I mean, or like a train, like proper train tracks, like fucking, you know what I mean, stuff like this. Big massive boats.
Yeah, where's like iconic locations or like spots or landmarks or
fucking nowhere to be seen.
I mean, you get the odd scavenger, a building or something, but
yeah,
I just feel like there should be more memorable.
No, there should be, but
and stuff.
Rick goes on to tell Morgan that it's fallen. We see them driving it as he's giving the message, and then he's about to tell Morgan that they're all infected, and then he bottles it.
But it's always a place out in the middle of nowhere for each seat, or a campsite out in the woods, or a farm, or a prison, or Alex. It's always like, oh, we need to be locked away in a safe and away from all the. And I get that's the point. That's what you would do, but I mean, Jesus Christ, I think it ruins the show.
Yeah, like even when they go searching for stuff, they never go into actual fucking cities. Apart from Atlanta, we've been in a city.
Don't think so. Anyway, right, let's review the episode.
Mini rant there. Morgan is being told here that they're infected, but he's no told because Rick stops himself. Why would he ever? He was about to set and he didn't set.
You'd think Rick would tell his own group before
Morgan.
Well, then again, at this stage, we don't really know what Rick knows. So, for all we know, Rick could have been going to tell him anything.
Yeah, but looking at it from a logical point of view, it's like, why would you tell us randomer? You've known these people a lot more now than Morgan.
You could say Morgan saved his life, though. He owes Morgan.
True, but
what's Carol done for him?
Right. Accepted, but we're on the highway. We're on the highway.
Wait, actually, I think she washed his clothes, did she not?
And found a grenade.
Oh, well, there you go.
There you go. Dishwasher, clothes washer, boom, boom. But yeah, Dale says we got trouble up ahead, and he says this right, and then like the next, like it's like 3 seconds later, and we've got this big, massive traffic jam.
1 minute, Dale's looking at his binoculars, and he sees one walker, right? Then the next minute,
we're cutting a bit ahead here.
What?
I'm talking about when they pull up in the fucking RV. And the roadblock.
Alright, I thought you were talking. Alright, fair enough. So, yeah, so they call up roadblock. There's a shitload of cars just like piled up. Dale thinks they can't get through. He says Daryl comes back round. Daryl says, yeah, you can go around. So we're going around. They're trying to slowly make their way around the roadblock. And hose, boss. Dale says, I told you it wouldn't go long. So yeah, looks like we need to find it.
Shane finds some water. They're looking for supplies. And then Dale's looking through his binoculars, right? You're already seen now.
Oh, no, what the, no.
What?
Just no, how can we fast forward that much? We're missing it so much.
Fuck all happens? What happens then?
Carol finds, knives.
Well, what did they fucking do? And then Shane tells him, no, go back to Dale. Give him the Dale. Laura's like, why you gotta be like that?
Wait, was that when Rick and Daryl were looking for Fing?
I think that's when that was like that, yeah. See, I know what I'm on about here. But anyway, Dale looks through his binoculars, sees one walker, and then Rick looks back through his sniper.
How
sees...
excited did Glenn get though when Shane found the water?
And he was fucking excited, like an Ethiopian.
Shane's like, oh, it's like getting baptized all over again. He's letting all the water. Dale kind of shot him a glance if he's waiting. Why is that prick wasting the water? But I mean, come on.
It was funny, like.
There's a shitload of gallons there.
But see with Dale, right? He sees what we see. He looks through the binoculars, right? And then, like, when we see, like, from the up top vision, from the height of the RV, how many there is. Like, what in the fuck is this guy on?
Yeah, I just don't get how he seen one in the binoculars and a minute later it was like from 10 million there. It just didn't make any sense. Rick has the idea that they'll get underneath the cars. I don't know if that's a good idea. I mean, what if they surround the cars and you're underneath a car and then they start coming? I mean, look at the situation. He was under the tank.
Okay.
If that tank door wasn't open, right, he was fucked. See, underneath a car, it's not like you're going to have a big hole in the middle at the bottom of the car, like.
Like, why wouldn't they just go and lie at the outside of the highway, down the embankment? Now, see what happens to Sophia. Spoiler alert. Like, say when she gets finged here by a walker, there was a walker on the other side when she went to crawl out. Should have been fucked.
Right.
We've been ate alive there, but...
Anyway, everyone's underneath the cars.
Except for Andrea.
She's in the RV. Shane throws Glenn down the row underneath a car. So Shane and Glenn share in a car. We've got everyone else is underneath their own car, apart from Laurie and Laurie and Carol are underneath a car together, and Laurie's having to hold Carol's mouth so she doesn't scream. Like, why the fuck would you scream and just if you scream, you'll die?
I know what. It's just fucking. It's stupid.
I mean, they really are trying to paint a picture here that Carol is absolutely fucking useless. Like,
yeah,
like
the picture is
I'm not being honest
clear.
here, but like, see if you were in this situation, would you really want to be? Like, I'm not an arsehole, like, and I don't want to die, but would you really want to be in a group
with her and her kid?
It's just dragging you down, like it literally fucking is. And then they're going to complain about having to do a bit of dishes. Well, hold on, if Carol can't do dishes or wash clothes, what can she do? Oh no, be fucking real here.
I did point this out when we were watching it. Like, why can't they drive?
Exactly. I mean, it's all the men that are doing all the hard work anyway, and all the hunting and all the protecting and all that shit. So surely, you'd think when they're driving, they'd be like, "Oh, Rick, you get a couple hours sleep in the back seat there or something." Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
fuck me! Like, nah, Rick, you fucking do everything, son.
Driving's tiring as well. Like, I thought, Rick, you can drive, sure.
Yeah. Andrea though takes her gun that she disassembled into the bathroom to hide for a walker. She then starts putting it together. The walker hears her. Dale drops the screwdriver down. She stabs it in the head, kills it, and it's like, why the fuck were you attempting to rebuild your gun? Defend
when
off
you don't know how to.
Yeah, you don't know how to, right?
Bad luck, isn't it? I mean,
and it is. But if you fire that gun, you're fucked.
Yeah, because the rest of them are just going to turn around. It's the same reason why Rick wouldn't shoot the walkers when Sophie. Anyway, right, T-Dog's like in a really weird position. He the car door's open, and he sees the walkers, and he tries to like slide down the car door to duck underneath or whatever, and he slices his arm open on the car door.
Pretty unlucky, like.
Yeah, pretty unlucky. He's bleeding out, blood everywhere. Zombies are coming. He can't really defend himself. But then Daryl, out of nowhere, like a peeping Tom, appears and grabs the walker in a rear naked chokehold and then stabs it through the brain. And I get that, right? But just too many people put their fists and arms too close to the walker's face in this series. Like, if one bite or scratch or even like a nick, if a tooth nicks your skin, can turn you or kill you, I just don't see why you would risk it. Same with people like punching the walkers.
I know. No, literally, like.
So if you punch a walker and you just catch your you catch like one finger on one of its teeth, I mean, that could be you dead.
Yeah, and like it's not like you had to.
I know. I mean, I don't get it.
He's got a fucking crossbow with him.
Could have just fucking stabbed it like
through the back of the head.
Then Daryl gets two walkers that are dead, and he plants them on top of himself and T-Dog, and even the dead walkers. The walker that Daryl puts on top of himself, its teeth are literally resting on his face. I mean, can you not argue that can turn you? I mean, I'm just being honest. Like, I mean, if you consider that in episode 2, Rick was like, "Don't get any of the blood on your skin," and now we're like, I know that's kind of out the window, but like, I wonder when they actually determine that getting blood on your skin doesn't do anything.
Because they never should have had that scene from fucking Rick saying that then.
I know, but I don't recall him ever saying here, it doesn't really matter if we get blood on you, it's only bites that can turn you.
No, but it's stupid though. It's like Rick says it that episode, and later on, him and Glenn are hacking their way through fucking walkers to get to the fucking trucks.
I know, and blood splattering everywhere, like, you know,
Stupid.
Yeah, Sophia then appears. I think she tries to climb out the car too early when there's still walkers there. There's one walker there, sees her. Another walker sees her. There's two walkers. They chase her. She runs down the embankment, and she runs into the woods.
Rick then decides, I'm going after Sophia.
Yeah, he doesn't hesitate. He jumps over the barricade as well, and he runs down. Then Carol runs over and just looks and cries. Now she did hesitate. She could have done what Rick done.
Yeah, she can blame Rick all she wants.
If she went with Rick could have says to Carol, right, you take Sophia back to the thing.
I'll deal with these two.
And I'll lure them away.
Blood's on your hands, Carol. But Rick follows Sophia, comes up with this master plan. You hide in this wee cave-like thing underneath the wee branch where the water is, and I'll...
Well, first of all, Sophia tries to say... She points to, like, Rick's gun. She tries to grab Rick's gun, like, shoot him, and Rick's like, no, the other walkers will hear him. And then she doesn't want Rick to leave her, but Rick says, walkers don't get winded. I do. If Rick has to, like... I mean, what difference would it make if Rick runs back to the... What do you call it?
Camp?
No.
The wee site she's at?
No.
What are you on about then?
The highway. What difference would it make if Rick run... So wait, he's too winded to run back to the highway, but he's not too winded to lure them away and kill them both? What would be easier, killing them both? What's a bigger risk? Him killing them both if he's winded, or them two running back to the highway?
Exactly.
I don't get this. Rick says, hide under here, I'll lure them away. Then when I'm gone, wait, if I'm not back, you run back to the camp, keep the sunlight on your right shoulder or something. I mean, come on. Telling a kid this, I mean...
Yeah, and I mean, the kid's just been traumatized, like, and I mean, obviously, right, if Sophia stays here, Rick could have come back and got her, but it's a fucking idiotic plan for Rick. He kills both walkers, returns, she's no there. We've got Shane and Daryl there.
Rick explains his plan. Shane says, how much do you think a terrified little girl took into that? And I mean, I think Shane's right here. I mean,
yeah, exactly. Like, he just didn't. I don't even know what to say from Rick's point of view. He didn't. I don't know. I don't get it. Like, was part of it like, oh, I don't want to kill them in front of her, or like, you could have lured them back to the camp, and they could have. I mean, there's like enough years to take them both down. 2 crossbow bolts to the dome, but no, very stupid. And then we get Rick and Daryl basically telling Shane and Glenn, you just go back, keep the group calm. Shane goes back, keeps the group calm. Oh hell yeah! Also tells Laurie that he's leaving. Damn it, because that's when Carl finds the knives. I actually thought when the first time watching this, when he found the knives on that walker, the walker was alive. Turns out it's no, but Shane buries him, says, go give him the deal. But didn't he bury him? He just told him, like, go give him the deal. I've already told you once.
Laurie's annoyed that she blew him off, like, don't do that to him. But she said in the last episode, or was it... No, it wasn't. Fuck, it was the end of episode 3.
Aye.
Stay away from my son. Don't talk to him. And now she's annoyed that Shane's trying to distance himself from Carl, so obviously the guy can't win. She seems annoyed that he's just going to leave.
Deer's got a pretty big tongue there, doesn't it?
It does, aye. So yeah. Then after that, we have Rick and Daryl. They catch a walker. It's got fresh blood on it. They think that this may have eaten, or may have ate. They think about the fact that it might have eaten Sophia. So they decide to cut it open to see what it ate. I mean, really? With a bit of flesh, would you really see a bit of flesh inside a walker's?
That's not thing. Even at this point, though, she hasn't been away that long. For fuck's sake, how long would it take him to eat a full fucking body?
All you seen was fucking black shit.
I know, and then you see like the head of a fucking bird, which is a woodpecker, as Daryl put it. But say that head of the bird ain't there. There's no fucking proof whatsoever what that is.
And do you know how hard it is to actually sneak up on a bird?
I know.
We're supposed to believe that this fucking a clumsy walker, slow walker, actually managed to catch a bird.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
I'm just not buying it. Like,
Rick and Daryl decide, well, fuck it, that's our job done for the day. Come back, Carol's like, you didn't get her? You didn't get her?
you can't leave her out there. How could you leave her?
It was your fault. Like, see, as much as it was the pishest plan ever from Rick, well, Carol, what the fuck are you doing?
Exactly.
Well, time for you to earn your fucking stripes. Your daughter's missing.
Yep, Shane says that Rick did all that he could, and it's not his fault, even though he kind of thought the plan was pish. But he didn't bury Rick in front of his family, unlike Jenner in the last episode, who kind of did. So
yeah, Rick's getting buried left, right, and center, guys.
Yeah, then Daryl says that, we're going to have to wait till the morning. There's no point staying out. We'd just be, losing tracks, and we'd be stumbling over ourselves. Like, I get it, right? Daryl's this hunter guy, and he's on about tracks and footprints. But to me, I think not waiting 12 hours till the sun comes up and continue to looking, I think that's more valuable. I think an extra 12 hours is more valuable than potentially walking over some footprints that you might miss.
Exactly.
I mean, I just don't get it. Maybe it's a cool action
Think
scene.
how far you can travel in 12 hours.
Exactly.
And I get it. She's probably not going to be travelling for the full 12 hours,
and
but point's still there.
And do you think Sophia's smart enough to think... Do you think she's honestly going to be thinking, oh, wait, I'm not going to move because they're probably going to wait till tomorrow to come look for me, so I'll just stay here? I mean, I doubt it. If anything, she's probably continuing to move because she's going to try and find her way back to the highway, so she's not going to stop, but she could be going in any direction. Like, the sun's down. How can you keep the sun in your shoe? Would not have made more sense if Rick just pointed. Here, highway's up. Fucking run that way. I mean...
I know.
Sun? The fucking sun can move? What the fuck? You know what I mean? You're in a fucking forest. How are you supposed to see the sun on your shoulder? Fucking trees everywhere.
Oh, he's a fucking idiot, isn't he?
Oh, keep the sun on your shoulder. You know what I mean? You got like about 200 metres of fucking trees, or isn't he, son? I mean, come on. Jesus Christ. Why didn't he just point and go, look, you run back that way? Fucking that direction is... But, oh, come on. She must have knew what way she ran from. All you do is just run back the way you came. It's not hard. Like, it's really not Einstein stuff here.
No, I don't get it. Like, I don't get that.
Right, then the next day, they go out.
They leave T-Dog and Dale behind, and everyone goes.
Aye.
And I know what gets me about this, right? Why not split up into groups? There are literally 8 of them.
Yeah, I don't get this. Everybody apart from T-Dog and Dale went, but they covered the same fucking route, and it's like, what is the point? No, I get it, right? I mean, someone like Carol, even though her daughter's fucking life's at risk here, she's probably too much of a shite bag to venture off on her own, but you could have split them up into groups like you said.
Yep. No reason why you wouldn't.
But for some reason...
And if they fucking did, they probably could have found her.
Like, what was the point of all these people going into the... I just don't get it.
It was just for the sake of fucking...
Why wouldn't you just do what you do? Why wouldn't you just have the 2 fucking groups? With, like, Shane, Rick, Daryl, and Glenn.
I know. I mean, we got some good stuff with Dale and T-Dog over this in the next episode, but it's just fucking ridiculous. What the... I mean, they end up finding a church.
They go inside, kill a bunch of fucking... about 3 or 4 walkers in there. Carol says she's going to sit inside the church. Shane tells Laurie that he's leaving, and she says you can't just leave without telling Rick, and it's like, one minute she wants him gone, next minute she's like, nah, you can't leave. She says, you can't leave. What about Carol? Carol loves you, and I was like, what? You didn't give a fuck about Carol last episode, and you were telling him to, when you're telling Shane to, not even last episode, 3 episodes ago, when you were telling Shane to have nothing to do with him. I just don't get that. Like, I seriously don't get that. Seeing that episode 3 when she said that, I mean, what relevance did Carol have? Like, you and Shane had an affair, Rick's back. What is that got to do with Carol?
I know.
Stay away from Carol.
Not fair on the kid.
I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. And anyway, so she like 1 minute she doesn't want Shane there, next minute she's like, oh no, you can't leave.
You can't leave Shane, mate.
Andrea overhears this and she wants to go with Shane. Shane's like, what's in it for me? I just didn't know what ass I need to cover. Andrea says, oh, if you give me a gun, I'm like Dale, I'll cover your ass too. Even though she's not really trained.
What happened? What would have happened if Shane and Andrea fucked off back to TJ?
But no, but something like this, when it's still early on in the apocalypse, I think that would be an interesting spin-off. Not 20 years later when everything's fucked. But yeah, Rick decides that him and Shane are going to stay out looking for Sophia. The rest of the group's going to head back to camp. Carl says, I'm going to stay too. She's my friend. I mean, why is he saying I'm going to stay, right? He doesn't make the decisions. He's a wee snotted-nosed bastard, right? Rick should have fucking says to him, look, prick, no, you're no. You're going back with Laurie, right? You're going back with these boring bastards and you're going to sit in Dale's RV and sit there till we get back. Like, that's what should have happened. Like, why? Like, seriously, why?
I know. And also, why are they losing Daryl, the guy who can actually track?
Well, I think the point was he would try and look on the way back for her, but I mean, this doesn't make any sense to me. Surely, if Rick and Shane are looking for Sophia, they want to be able to focus all their attention on trying to find her, and you can't do that if Carl's going to be with you, because you're going to be looking at, oh, is Carl alright? Is Carl alright?
I know.
Like, why?
Plot purposes, they get shot.
You know, and like, I see people that watch the comics, they probably thought this was the end of Shane here, like.
They probably did, alright.
But fucking may as well have been, to be fair. And could have been the end of the series.
Could have been, but they're going through the woods a wee bit more. They spot a deer. Shane goes to shoot it. Tell you what, if Shane shot the deer, Carl wouldn't have been shot.
Yeah, Shane was going to shoot the deer, but Rick was like, no, wait.
Let's all look at this deer and fucking get off on it.
Carl moves towards the deer, and like Rick's face is lighting up, Shane's face is lighting up. They all seem really happy.
Otis's face was probably lighting up.
It was weird, and then the next minute, boom, the deer's got his tongue's fucking hanging out his head. There's a bullet getting shot through it, and then Carl hits the deck, and Rick's like, no! And then Rick and Shane run over to Carl. Rick is cradling his son. Shane is standing over them with a shotgun pointed to somebody in the woods, and that is how episode 1 ends. Was there anything else we didn't really cover?
That's pretty much it.
On the walk back, the walk back to the
highway.
Yeah, I mean, Andrew was a bit pissed that Laurie had a gun, and that she didn't. Laurie offered to give her the gun, and she says,
"Oh, she had the gun because fucking Daryl gave it."
And she says to Carol, "You need to stop blaming Rick. It's not his fault," which is fair enough. Like, probably the only time I agree with Laurie. Like, you know what I mean? So.
But we have to rate the episode, guys. I thought best episode in a while, but a few decisions and a few bits of dialogue, it just fucking take points off it.
It started good, but I mean, the second half it was pretty boring. It was like it was literally just walking around.
Like, what takes it off? Rick's plan, and then the fact they all go in, they all fucking just stay with each other.
But then I get the ending as well, cliffhanger. You know, Carl getting shot. It's pretty cool. Like, I guess you're thinking, oh fuck, what's going to happen next? So, I mean, a good episode. I'll probably give it
I'll give it a 7.
I'll give it an 8.
7.5 sounds right to me.
7.5 sounds about right. Anyway, guys, that is it for What Lies Ahead. Next time we have got Bloodletting, aye. So we'll see what happens. Yep, Carl shot, will he survive, will he pull through? You got to check out the next review. Till then, though.
Peace.